Hey everyone out there, welcome to episode 29 of In It to Spin It. Super excited to sit down with Dirty Beaches. Let's get into it. So once again, always proud to be working with Jamie Taylor and ConcertAddicts.com. Visit the website for all your concert-going needs. So it wouldn't be much of a show if I didn't mention that local institution for recording, the Hive Creative Labs, is closing its doors this month, citing rent increases and just overall costs to keep it running, too much to overcome. Jesse Gander and Colin Stewart are quoted as saying they did between 800 and 900 records here. Here's just a glimpse at some of them in my collection. So definitely quite the legacy that the Creative Lab team at the Hive leaves behind. Jesse has appeared on this show in the form of the previous Tenants episode. He fronts the band along with Joel. Their album Rare Form is a good one. You should check it out. Check them out live too. Pretty great. If you want to see that entire episode, you can check it out here. I'll link it. But Jesse will stay recording in Vancouver, and Colin Stewart will be recording in Saanich, I hear. So good news there at least. Super exciting concert announcement dropped on us last week. Spencer Krug and his Moonface solo project will be coming to Vancouver's SFU campus venue November 16th. Both Moonface's previous two albums, Organ Music and Heartbreaking Bravery, especially have been fantastic listens. I think this guy's one of the most talented singer-songwriters going. His new album, Julia with Blue Jeans On, comes out October 29th. It's going to be a very stripped-down sort of Spencer Krug on this with just piano and his vocals. The new album is streaming here. I will link it. Everyone is Noah. Everyone is the Ark. I waited all of 2012 for Moonface to come through, but they didn't come. I saw them in October of 2011 at the Waldorf. Fantastic show. Really got to see just how talented he is on the organ and the piano, so I'm pretty excited about this new one. It is available for pre-order now through Jaguar. That's actually Mike Bigelow there, the bass player for Winter Sleep, for those playing the home game on the xylophone stuff there. This is Fine Mist. They open the show. It's of note because that's Jay Arner in the background, who has released this popular solo album lately. So what makes this Moonface gig all the more interesting is that they're actually opening up for a local Vancouver band by the name of Hello Blue Roses, who is fronted by Dan Behar of the Pornographers, so that should be cool. I've never seen them before. Speaking of the Pornographers, at a local Nardwuar show, super fun night. Tough Age was also on the bill. I was looking at the merch booth and was pleased to find this little nugget, the very first single that the Pornographers ever put out, preceding the Mass Romantic album. Nick has also found some cool Pornographers stuff. This is Cub. This is the third thing that Mint Records ever put out. Nico Case got her start with this band drumming, and she also, for the first time ever, sang in public with them at a gig. She also has found the Zampano 45, which is AC Newman's band that was out on Sub Pop in '94. So some Pornographer Firsts there. So we got to sit down with Alex last week prior to the show at the Biltmore. Dirty Beaches are making some really dark, cool tunes right now. We talked Pitchfork, we talked the new album, and there's even a really cool Anton Newcomb story in there. Check it out. Hey everybody out there, we are pre-show at the Biltmore in Vancouver with Alex of Dirty Beaches, where they are ending their month-long tour tonight. Say hi to everyone out there.
Hi.
Cool. Thank you so much for making the time for In It to Spin It.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. First off, happy belated birthday as of 2 or so weeks ago.
Yeah.
And how's the hip? I read about that. Crazy.
It's better. I can walk now without a cane.
That's a crazy experience.
No assessment from wheelchairs either. So
yeah,
that's good.
You got to be more careful, man. That's nuts. How's the last month of touring treated you though? Pretty well.
We're just really tired.
Yeah.
Because we've been on tour since February this year. Yeah. So it's been a long year.
And as mentioned just now, Portland, Seattle, Vancouver. We're probably on your last legs to get 3 in a row here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, so this year saw the release of a new album for Dirty Beaches, a double album at that, right? So the second disc is more instrumental type stuff.
That's correct.
The first disc is called Drifters, right? It's sort of dark, menacing, minimal at times. It's got like hypnotic loops. I find it very good. It's sort of grown on me really recently. What goals that differed from Badlands in 2011, what goals did you set out for this record specifically to record it?
I think the initial idea was that I wanted to make something completely different.
Yeah.
And instead of cashing in on what gave me a career. So it took a lot of soul searching, and basically like it took me 2 years to go back to anything that I did before.
Yeah, the tape stuff.
Yeah, all the tape stuff, the instrumentals. So
that's
basically,
really
to go back
of you.
And to not choose to go down the other path, which was more, I think, would be more fruitful financially, I would say. But I just chose, I made a conscious effort.
It was more rock oriented, right?
Yeah, it was more rock oriented, and it was, had a lot of pastiche. And, familiar sounds for most people.
Yeah. It's very commendable for you to sort of look success or financial gain in the eye and go the other way. I think that's...
I mean, I used to work in real estate. So
yeah.
If I really wanted to make money, I know that I could quit music.
Yeah.
And work in an office.
And I heard a kitchen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
a chef, so thought we had that in common too.
Yeah. I mean, I could go back to working in a kitchen.
Yeah.
If I just wanted to make money and not deal with anything else. But I want to make music. So.
Okay. Awesome. Doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Mirage Hall and Belgrade are great tracks off this album that show the Dirty Beaches soundscapes that you're capable of. If anyone is new to, through viewership of my show, check out Casino Lisboa. Fantastic video, fantastic song. Great place to start with these guys. Continuing with the record, parts of the record was recorded at BJM Studios in Berlin. Talk a little about the sessions there and the vibe at the studios and how you became friends with Anton. How did that Anton Newcomb of Brian Jonestown Massacre?
I met Anton through Twitter.
Oh, really?
He just tweeted at me. It was just saying, hey, I have a place you can crash if you need a place to crash.
Oh, shit, wow.
When I was on tour. So we met that one time and we talked a little bit. And that was it. We just stay in touch over it.
Interesting.
Then he found out I was in Berlin with a half-finished record.
Yeah.
And basically, he was just offering me the studio for free because he knew I didn't have any money. And he was just like, what are you doing with your fucking half-finished record?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm looking for a place, but I don't really know anyone. And he's like, well, there's a fucking studio right here. Why don't you just use that?
Amazing, man.
And I said, well, I don't have any money. It's just like, did I ask you for fucking money?
Yeah.
So it was really amazing.
See, these are the stories that people need to know about this guy, because I've had the pleasure of meeting him twice.
He's very generous.
Massive fan of this guy, and he's obviously very polarizing because of the shit that's gone on in the documentary and here in Vancouver specifically, but great guy, I think. Unbelievable talent.
I think he's very generous.
Yeah.
Like incredibly generous.
We're hitting sound check here. Going?
Yeah.
Take 2. Sound check kicked us out. So in 2011, your album Badlands was rated pretty highly on Pitchfork, and then this year, your new one was distinguished with the Best New Music label and rated just as high, if not higher. How do you feel about the Pitchfork ratings, receiving such a high one, and what does it do for you as an artist?
It's great.
Yeah.
Because anyone who congratulates you on your efforts, especially after working in the kitchen for 7 years, writing countless albums and EPs.
Yeah.
sell like 5 copies
Yeah.
of your records. It's great that people appreciate that.
Yeah.
However, I never really believe that people should follow one source
Yeah.
opinion.
They have a lot of power.
They have a lot of power, so in that way, it's sad for bands that, you know, it could end. They
Yeah.
could easily end my career.
Yeah.
So they gave me a career, but they could also take it away from me. So for me, it's like I never really thought about it. And it's just like that's why I wanted to go back to make a record that was pre-Badlands.
Yeah.
And just like have that spirit of even if I'm washing dishes again
You
and
did it.
sell 5 copies, I don't care because that's the record I want to make.
Yeah.
That's what I've always done.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I just had to ask that. It's very interesting, all the power Pitchfork has that make or break people. And lastly, I know you've lived in Vancouver before, but you are connected in another way still through Kingfisher Blues, which we've focused on the show many times now with Tim. Tell us about getting involved in the excellent singles series that Tim's got going on and how Elizabeth's theme was chosen to be in the series.
I was just working on this sketch when Tim approached me,
Yeah.
and he said it was for like a very local, Vancouver-oriented crowd, and I was into that because I lived here for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it made like a lot of my friends were on it, like Adrian Teacher from Holocaust.
From them?
Yeah, exactly. And I missed them a lot, so I figured, yeah, it's an honor to be a part of. Because I was never really a part of the scene here. I just
Yeah.
kind of came in and left.
Okay.
Played a few house shows.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great singles thing he's got going on.
Yeah, so it
it's
feels honored to be included in a local scene that I was only like,
good. Just a
dabbled in.
little, yeah. Cool, man. Well, it's great of you to do that. Yeah, I think thanks. That's pretty much all I've got for you. Thanks very much for doing the show, and have a great end of the tour tonight.
Appreciate it.
And check these guys out for sure. And thanks for being on In to Spin It.
Thank you.
So you heard us talk about Brian Jonestown Massacre there. If you're not familiar, absolutely a band worth checking out. Trippy 60s revival music with shoegaze mixed in. This documentary, Dig, is a great place to start. In-depth look at the band. They have one of the best rock catalogs of the last 20 years for sure. Have a look at some of their amazing vinyl here. So the Brian Jonestown Massacre have definitely been nothing short of prolific. 11 albums, over 9 EPs in an 18-year span. 1 release a year due to Anton Newcomb. He is an unbelievably creative person. He can play 50 instruments. He's by no question the brainchild behind this. He's been the only solid member through the entire span of the band's career. Peter Hayes was in this band, who went on to create Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. Their first album here, Methadrone, came out in '95. Really trippy psychedelic shoegaze stuff, but with a 60s influence. This is their 2010 album, Who Killed Sgt. Pepper, dabbling in electronica here. Great tunes still. Doesn't matter what genre this guy does. He is truly incredible. If there was ever a guy I would call a genius in musically in this day and age, Anton Newcomb is the guy. Very polarizing figure, however. You can watch the documentary Dig to get a taste of that. Really great rock doc you gotta see. This was Alpha Ben, their last release. If you want to get into these guys, this is the release to do it. This is a retrospective called The Tepid Peppermint Wonderland. Volume 1, make sure this is a fantastic intro to one of the greatest bands going. Just love the BJM. One of the hard parts of being a Brian Jonestown fan is the live show. You either get transcendence, beautiful music, or you get total chaos, total meltdowns, which can be fun too. I've experienced both. I've seen these guys 3 times, but I've had to travel to Seattle the last 2 times. They will not play Vancouver again. You can do your research, find out why. Here's a beautiful moment I captured in Seattle 2012 with Anemone.